Make sure that you're talking to God today. Make sure that you're praying. Make sure that you're taking the time to, speak over your family, speak over your situations, speak over yourself, speak over your relationships, you know what I'm saying? And speak life into these things, bro. Speak life into them because it needs it, bro. It needs. Yo, you already know what the vibe is, man. It's DBPOTD. So look, I'm over here in the middle of, even though it's really about 2 o'clock, I'm over here still making me a little breakfast, you feel me? I had a late start to the day, no cap. But that ain't gonna stop us from doing what we gotta do. And I wanted to be able to come and talk to y'all a little bit. This ain't got no pick, if you couldn't already tell, because like I said, I had a late start to my day. And just keeping it a buck with y'all, man. This air, boy, it's doing something to me right now. This dry air, I'm assuming that's what it is at least. Cause man, when I say I woke up and literally nose just started pouring out blood, bro. When I was a kid, bro, I used to have nosebleeds anyway. Feel me? But I don't really be having them Jones like that no more. But bro, today I ain't even gonna lie, it had me a little worried, gang. I ain't gonna lie, it had me a little worried. I was like, bro, am I good? You feel me? But nonetheless, we ain't gonna much worry about that. Y'all make sure y'all taking care of y'all. I'm saying that because, man, with the way the world is today, bro, we really just don't know what's really going on out here. So y'all make sure y'all taking care of yourself. Y'all know they spraying all type of chemicals in the air. And then on top of that, we got all these different cold fronts coming in. The weather doing a whole bunch of wonky stuff that it ain't really supposed to be doing. See what I'm saying? It's playing games. One day it's 60 degrees, one day it's 70 degrees, next day it's 15 degrees, you feel me? It's crazy. Now that's partially just North Carolina weather anyway, but it's still crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, little topic for the day that I wanted to hit on. Little topic. Sometimes, bro, God gonna use things, and this ain't really even a topic for real. I'm really switching it on the fly. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm really switching it on the fly, but I want to talk to y'all about this. Sometimes God gonna use quote-unquote misfortune and events, or things that you think are bad, and he's actually going to use it for your good. You see what I'm saying? Oftentimes we will see a moment where we immediately just justify that, oh man, this is something bad, this is bad, woody woody woo, the enemy must be woody whoopy whooping, you feel me? Whole time, bro, ain't even got nothing to do with that dude right there, that slimy dude. Ain't even got nothing to do with him. It's got everything to do with what God is intentionally walking you into. See, in my own life experience, I've realized that when you feel like you in weak moments of your life, that's actually where God is making you your strongest version of yourself. You feel me? It's where God is actually working the hardest to be able to show you just who you really are. Because it's easy for us to forget in this world that we live in, bro, because we got so many different distractions, so many different things that can just get in the way of you actually seeing your true potential the way that you should. And God wants you to remember exactly who you are, bro. He wants you to remember that you have a piece of him inside of you. You feel me? The fact that you can even create, let me break that down for you real quick. The fact that you can even create the way that you do, whether that's big things or small things, bro, that shows you that you have a piece of the master creator inside of you, which is God, bro. That's the source, you feel me? And he created everything that's on this earth. So if you can create something just small, it don't matter what it is, even if that just means you have a couple good ideas here and there, that shows you that you have God's essence inside of you, you feel me? And you got to start using that. You got to start using your abilities, you feel me? Like, now mind you, I ain't saying do none of this crazy stuff that's out here. Y'all know the difference. I tell y'all all the time, read between the lines and understand what your intent is behind doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. Because you'll sit there and start playing with things you ain't got no business playing with, you feel me? But nonetheless, we all have the ability to create. God gave us all the same power to be able to create. So what I'm basically telling you right now is, look for those moments where you might be feeling a little bad, or you feel like something is going on and it don't really make too much sense, and just take 2 seconds, just 2 seconds to ask yourself, is this God working, or is this the enemy trying to play with me? Feel me? Because we just sometimes, bro, like, just keeping it a buck, bro, we give the enemy way too much credit, bro. Credit that he don't even deserve, bro. Like, we'll sit here, it could be something that God is genuinely doing for your life to be able to change and mold you, to shape you into that better version of yourself. And you'll sit there and give the enemy credit for it because, you know, sometimes we lack the discernment to be able to tell the difference between the two. And God is going to be able to voice to you or show you exactly what it is that he was using that situation for. So, you know, there's situations that we also, sometimes we feel stuck in certain situations. What I need you to understand is, bro, you are never stuck unless you are genuinely allowing yourself to be stuck. Other than that, bro, there's no such thing as being stuck in a situation. Life continues to move day in, day out. It's continuously progressing. It's continuously moving forward. You feel me? That's the same for you. We as humans, we are continuously evolving. I've been telling y'all this since last season DBPOTDs, bro. We evolve every single day. So even when you think that ain't nothing moving in your life, you got to understand, bro, it's always something moving in your life, bro. God is always doing something for you. He's always creating better. He's always making sure that he got you on the front of his mind alongside with other people. Feel me? To God, this is just how I think about it, right? To God, ain't no one problem bigger than the other, because he has the ability to change every single problem just like that, bro. So to him, bro, we be looking at it like, oh man, this might be too big. Man, ain't nothing bigger than God, bro. That's what I just want y'all to understand right now. Ain't nothing bigger than God, bro. God is all powerful, all knowing. Feel me? And the fact that he told you that your faith can move mountains, I just talked about this in the last video. The fact he told you that your faith can move mountains, how much more power does he have? Think about that. Like, I know naturally we always say the same thing in a sense, like, man, he created the world so he can do anything. That's true, and that's not taken away from that fact. But sometimes you hear some of the same things over and over and over in situations where you actually, your soul is craving a little bit more than what you actually are receiving. You feel me? So that's why you gotta make sure that you are yourself taking the time to dive in that book. Dive in that Bible, bro. Dive into God's word, bro. You sitting here playing like you can just do all this stuff by yourself. Little do you know, you got a whole instruction manual that's right in front of you that you could be using every single day, bro. Literally, you could be using that instruction manual every single day. It's examples and stories in there that can fit any type of thing or situation or circumstance that you are currently going through. That's why lately, like on the TikTok, bro, I've been telling my people about Job, because I know a lot of us were in a Job season. I'm keeping it 1,000. A lot of us were in a Job season where a lot of the things that we initially had got taken from us. You feel me? It got stripped from us, and we had to realize, like, dang, like, well, you know, we started trying to take power back in our own hands, because that's really what Job was trying to do. Job thought that his righteousness sufficed for all, like, everything. You feel me? When in all actuality, that's just a piece of it, bro. That ain't, like, what you do for God ain't got nothing to do with how much he bless you, bro. Like, for real, like, and I know for somebody that's gonna be like, what? But, bro, so serious, bro. What you do for God ain't got nothing to do with how much he gonna bless you, how much he gonna give you, how much he gonna provide for you. Ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. It really don't. Cause God gonna do what he wanna do regardless, bro. That's what you gotta understand. I know y'all peeped out my lips is a little yeah, but we got it right. Like I said this morning, that nosebleed took your boy down, boy. My lips was chapped, boy. My nose still hurt a little bit, but nonetheless, back to the point, bro. I'm just chopping it with y'all. But make sure that you taking the time, though, for real, to just try to understand why God got you in the positions that he got you in. He ain't doing it to punish you, bro. He ain't doing it because he's upset with you. And he sure ain't doing it. See what I'm saying? He sure ain't doing it just because he wants to, bro. He doing it for a good reason. So whether you gonna fully understand that or not, bro, he gonna do it regardless. So, you know, be a little bit more patient with God, bro. Practice them fruits of the spirit. If you don't know nothing about the fruits of the spirit, I don't want to miss stuff. I think it's in Galatians, but matter of fact, let me look it up real quick while I got my computer up. Hold on, so I can make sure that y'all got the information the way y'all need to. It is in Galatians. Facts. I thought it was. Galatians chapter 5, 22, verse 20 through 23. Make sure you go, tap in with that, because God gonna tell you everything that you need every single time, bro. I'm telling you, it's all in his word, bro. Stop doubting that thing, bro. I'm telling you, the more you keep doubting it, the longer it's gonna take for you to realize again that is your instruction manual. It's gonna take you farther than any other book can. Understand though, we got a lot of things that was taken out of it as well. So that's why I always tell y'all, practice discernment, bro. Practice using your discernment. Practice understanding what was taken out and what was placed in. Because y'all got to understand, man, the enemy is crafty, bro. He been manipulating God's word since the beginning of time. That's why even right now, this spiritual warfare that we in, we going through it so deep right now, because the more people that wake up to the idea that this world is not physical and it's spiritual, the more you're going to start becoming aware of the spiritual aspects of this world. And one thing that I really want y'all to understand as well is that our collective consciousness has a lot of power, bro. Which means when enough people start believing in one certain thing, it becomes real. You see what I'm saying? It becomes fact. And we'll start seeing it, because again, we are many creators, bro. So we are not the big creator, we not the source, but we are many creators on this earth. And y'all gotta read the book of Enoch if y'all really want to understand this. But God said himself that we as humans were really created like angels. You see what I'm saying? We're not angels, but we were created like them. We have a lot of the same abilities that they have. That's why they was jealous of us to begin with. That's why they don't like us. That's why the fallen angels did so much to destroy humanity, because they knew the power that we held within ourselves was different from the power that they actually hold. They hold good power. Don't get it twisted, but we hold more. We have authority over them. That's what you also got to remember. We have authority over everything dark. And the best way to explain that to you is if you are in a dark room and you cut on a light, it brightens up the whole room. That's you. When you start operating in righteousness, bro, you are that light that shines in that dark place, bro. Simple. That's how you have authority over it. Think about it. Darkness cannot overpower a light that's in the room, bro. How will it do it? It won't. It can't. That's not possible, bro. Unless you just got a whole bunch of darkness in that room, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I done heard some stories about how some people talked about, they had a lot of darkness surrounding them, or like certain stories that I've also heard about, like little rituals and stuff where they was performing it, and it could be a light on in that room, but the darkness was still overpowering it. What you got to understand is, though, that's that wickedness. That's just that wickedness, bro. If they want to do all that and they going that hard for it, and that's just certain things you just got to stay away from. But nonetheless, I ain't gonna really chop y'all heads off with a whole bunch of this stuff, bro. I just wanted to make sure that y'all knew. Take the time, bro, to actually review your situation and stop tripping over your situation. You see what I'm saying? God could be doing way more than you think he is inside of your situation than what you giving him credit for. God is faithful, bro. You see what I'm saying? And if he's faithful, then why aren't you being faithful? You feel me? God ain't gonna leave you out to dry. I promise you. I tell y'all this all the time, bro, because that's just not his character, bro. He's not gonna leave you out to dry, bro. He love you way too much for that. And if you don't believe me, go read his word, bro. That's why I always tell y'all that, bro. In short, go read his word. If you don't believe what I'm saying, go read his word. And it'll tell you everything that you need to know. Everything that you ain't believing from me or somebody else, bro. It will tell you. You feel me? So, anyway, that's it. That's all. Make sure that you're talking to God today. Make sure that you're praying. Make sure that you're taking the time to, speak over your family, speak over your situations, speak over yourself, speak over your relationships, you know what I'm saying? And speak life into these things, bro. Speak life into them, because it needs it, bro. It needs it. And you can't expect for things to get better if you're not taking it to the big doctor, bro. You know what I mean? How you gonna expect things to get better and you ain't taking it to the big doctor, bro? He's the one that's gonna deliver you from it. You thinking that you're gonna deliver yourself still though, huh? I'm trying to tell you that's not how this works. Not how it works. So make sure that you just locking in with God, man. God gonna lock right back in with you. God said you seek his face, he gonna come to you every single time. He not gonna hide his face from you. See what I'm saying? He not gonna hide who he is from you. He ain't making you jump through hoops. He just requiring a couple of things. And whether you ready to actually give him them certain things, that really depends on your relationship with him. See what I'm saying? If you willing to give up or give in to certain things that you just wasn't before, that's up to your relationship with him. Other than that though, again, y'all stay prayed up. Y'all make sure that y'all keep talking to God, bro. He gonna keep talking to you. I'm trying to charge my computer real quick because I'm finna get this TikTok exclusive uploaded. See what I'm saying? Because I ain't gave them nothing yet. Feel me? I ain't gave them nothing. I'm finna get them boys right. So if you ain't locked in with the TikTok, bro, you see it at the bottom of the screen, bro. Go ahead and get locked in with the TikTok. Because y'all be missing out on a whole bunch of easy free money, boy. I ain't lying to you. You be missing out on a whole bunch of free money. That same DBPOTD that we just dropped yesterday, that was also a TikTok exclusive, already went up a good 26%, bro. Think I'm lying? You go check the stats. See what I'm saying? Every time I say something, you can just go right back in the market and see what I said on the day that I said it. And I bet you see what I said was true. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. Feel me? I ain't one of those, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not one of those, bro. I ain't built a lot like that, bro. Sometimes I might tell my little white lies, bro. But that ain't to y'all, bro. I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all, bro. It don't do me no good. See what I'm saying? For real, for real. But nonetheless, man, we out.